Hi, this is Michelle Troman from the MyJourneyToLove.com blog. While I was writing the blog about attachment styles and trauma, I thought I would also create a separate video to relay what I'd learned from writing the blog and a few things that resonated with me on my journey. And based on our own unique experiences, we can all take away something different surrounding these topics. I feel sometimes that I'm literally learning as I go. And I'm seeing patterns in behavior over the years, like men I was interested in or had crushes on, and sometimes I was avoidant and at other times I was anxious regarding my attachment style. And I've also noticed that I've tended to attract or be attracted to avoidant men, those who pull away when they face intimacy or feel unsafe. And if you're an insecure person who leans toward an anxious style, this sort of push-pull dynamic can make you feel ecstatic when the avoidant person pays attention to you, and that can feed you like an addiction. And according to the authors of the book Attached, you can confuse these obsessive thoughts with love and practice activating strategies to feel secure. That can involve following up with a person, asking them how they are, or asking them what happened. It's not unusual. It's actually pretty normal to do this. This rumination is almost a conditioned response as a result. We can ruminate over the avoidance, as it were. And the mystery can draw us in, and it kind of perpetuates the cycle. It's what I call a form of love OCD. We become addicted to the thoughts. And if you have OCD like I do, I have a low-level form, that's already part of me regardless of any love relationship or attachment issues. So then the question is, well, how do you stop it? And then you can focus on doing something else, or you can focus on something else rather. That's kind of a behavioral form of OCD therapy, which I've used over the years and has worked. The authors of the book Attached suggest if you're dating that you have an abundant mindset. In other words, that there are plenty of fish in the sea. If you're not dating, I believe just on your own, it's kind of hard to maintain that abundance mindset, especially if dates rather are few and far between. So sometimes it can be hard to stop or reduce these thoughts, and you can also go into a problem-solving mode, looking for solutions that can't always be found. Your mind, you might ruminate over why that person suddenly stopped talking to you. And as I mentioned, you can stop this temporarily, but eventually over time it kind of dissipates. And as I mentioned, it's like a form of addiction. It eventually fades if you stop feeding it. Or even if you get into a relationship with a secure person, that can include a therapist who can act as a guide for you when you're going through a crisis like this. I do see that there's a connection between trauma and addictive behavior like this. I'm kind of looking into exploring that more on my own. Just looking back in general, getting back to some of the blog topics that I covered in the blog about attachment styles and trauma. My own behavior, I think that goes back to deeper trauma having to do with the parenting style that was used on me and specific incidents like my father's death. I also went through an accident a number of years ago. And of course the pandemic, the lockdown from that, and my mother's death during that. And I think those all contributed to a form of post-traumatic stress disorder. And even earlier than that, I think that I've had complex PTSD. But I've learned a lot over the years, and I'm a lot more secure in where I'm at than I was in the past. I've tried to work on myself. I've been through therapy. I've done journaling. I've talked out my feelings, as it were. I've definitely thought about incidents in the past and what I've learned from them, and it's all part of this process, this journey that we're all on of self-discovery. And I just want to relay what I've learned, but I'd like to hear what you've learned from the blog. If you can check it out at myjourneytolove.com. And if you have any questions, of course, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here. And if you like the video, of course, please like or share or even subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. I'll be in touch with further insights as we go along. Thank you so much for watching.